Ex's perspective: my ex cheated on me and impregnated his affair partner. I feel guilty because of the aftermath. About 4 years into our marriage, my beautiful ex-wife and I started really struggling. My boss was being a jerk at work and I was struggling heavily. During this time my wife tried her best being supportive, but she went through a patch of rough mental health and lost all her libido. One thing led to another and I slept with a younger co-worker of mine. I confessed to my wife right away, but a week later I found out that me and the affair partner were having a child. I always wanted to be a father, so to me, I was ready to raise the child despite the circumstances. I told my parents what had happened and told them I do not want the child growing up without one of the parents, so my affair partner and I would co-parent and would hang out often. I convinced my wife this was the right thing to do as the time I truly believed it was. It wasn't long until my affair partner gave birth to who I thought was my child and I formed a connection with this girl. I started isolating my wife, including my affair partner in all of the family gatherings even with my wife present, as I truly did not think she minded very much. Whenever she did voice her complaints, I was able to argue back and convince her that this was the right thing to do. Sadly, my wife had enough after the little girl turned 1 and divorced me. This hit me like a freight train as I really loved her, however I knew she needed to move on from me. I tried to talk her into staying but was unsuccessful. Then a little while later I found out my wife had a baby through Facebook. I made a post and tagged her in it. I was super happy for her as she had finally conceived her miracle child. At the time my previous affair partner and I were now starting to develop serious feelings for each other and were going on nights out, having intimacy and talking about potentially seeing where a relationship goes. That's when my sister-in-law suggested that possibly I was the infertile one due to my wife's birth. I thought it was bullcrap but brought it up to my now girlfriend to see what she had to say. She looked hesitant when I said it so I inquired more. Turns out at the time I was having an affair with her, she was having an affair with her boyfriend. He was a substance dealer who abused her. I took a paternity test and found out my child is not mine. This broke me mentally. I called up my ex and let out all of my frustration onto her, telling her that it was evil of her not to let me know of her pregnancy when she first found out. That could have saved me from harboring feelings for my previous affair partner. I'm now stuck raising a girl that is not mine.